moment. It was one of the many times I was thrown out of religious school. It's just the meat suit I was born into. I am a rabbi who also happens to be in a female body, which sometimes gives people a lot of trouble. It's just the meat suit I was born into. I have no control over it, and yet has been often a defining factor in my experiences. Growing up in the Northeast and working in synagogues, most of the rabbis I worked with were women. And when I came to the South and had my first job out of rabbinical school at the temple, vast majority were men. And they were all, by the way, 6 feet tall. I wore 5 and 6 inch heels every day because I just wanted to look at somebody at their chin level instead of like their belly button. And it was transformational, right? It was just really very interesting. What I've learned is to not get thrown by other people's, their own limited view, right? And it's like a really subtle dance. Try to walk this fine line of showing up without showing off. So I remember one time I was speaking at church. I speak at churches way more than I speak at synagogues because there was one synagogue here and there are like 700 churches. So I was at a church and I was doing my thing, my shtick. The pastor introduces me and he says, and this adorable young woman right here is going to speak for. I was like, that's adorable, rabbi to you, bucko, right? Which of course you can't say. So I stood up and, put my notes down and gave this talk for 45 minutes, so forth and so on. I was like, the best thing I can do right now is not be adorable, but to be intelligent, brave, to be honest, to be vulnerable, to be open. That was going to counteract this comment. And the other thing that I like to do is when people will introduce me as some kind of descriptor of my physical appearance or some kind of diminutive, lovely, I will then use it back to them. Oh, thank you. It's so nice to be with you, the lovely Mr. So-and-so.